Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Lizo Nation. Welcome to Tea with Lizo. Today we are coming a little bit late because we have to celebrate our Youth Day. We have to commemorate our Youth Day, and come live to you. I'm Lizo Mkanebe. I'm an engineer, an entrepreneur, speaker, and a podcaster, and I make sure that I bring you the value content. I make sure that when I come to you in order for you to be able to realize the productivity you'll have once your people, your processes, and systems are synchronized and are in line with your equipment or your business life cycle in order for you to get at the ultimate your return on investment. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for attending with us today's session as we are welcoming, and today it is our wonderful Youth Day. And our topic of today is our freedom leaders, our youth leaders have been through to the core. They've been through thick and thin. They've been through hardships. They've been through all havoc situations that were presented to them and the community, because they had the truthful leaders had followed suit to support the leaders for the truth that they've put to the table. And hence we commemorate the Youth Day in that fashion. This wonderful day 20 in a hard time, in a hard phase where we are faced with a lot of things, especially as a community in the Republic of South Africa, especially in South Africa, and then especially during this time of lockdown. We've heard from the Minister of Police saying that since the alert daily basis where we have women and children abused by their loved ones, by their husbands, by their boyfriends. And we want to say from Tea with Lizo, we want to say from Lizo Media Group, we are very disappointed to the men that are still involved in these acts. And then we are standing against it. We're saying gender-based violence must fall. We want to say Black Lives Matters. We want to say racism must fall. Everyone that is discriminating against any human being because of their color, because of their levels in terms of their life, they are very, very down. We want to put them down. We want to say to them they must stop what they are doing. A lot of people, especially on the Black Lives Matters, have taken to the street to protest. We need to do that as well against gender-based violence. We are not happy with when we open the radios and we listen to the news. There's a young lady or a female and children that have been killed by these ruthless men, by these ruthless animals that are calling themselves men, and they're out there. Families that have lost their loved ones due to gender-based violence. We apologize and we are very sorry for what has happened, and for being with us here today. The only function of today, what we are going to do today, we are not going to be long. We just want to commemorate the Youth Day. We will just want to commemorate the leaders. And you can see these leaders that were fighting during 1976, they are now in our government institution. They are now running government institution as either director generals, as either the municipal managers. They are running a critical institution, so they know the suffering, and then they know the calling that they had during the 1976 Soweto riots or Republic of South Africa riots that was against the apartheid system in terms of education. So we commemorate those youth, and then we are very saying to them, we are very appreciative of what you have done for us, and we hold you up there because we are the youth that had the truth. Whatever you are fighting, the core of what we are fighting for during 1976, we can see now we are delivering it to the whole citizens, to the whole nation of the Republic of South Africa. And also doing that to give that opportunity as well to the neighboring countries that have helped us during the hard times. That is a true leader. You do not forget where you come from. As a true leader, you are truthful to your core. Till you die, you'll stick to the truth. So that is what you have presented to us. That is what we have learned from you. That is what we have learned from you, the youth of 1976. So we are having a very hard time as a country to have a youth of the 1976 in 2020. Are we able to have that youth? Because youth today are being disguised, or they've been They have been lured into positions of power because of greediness. They have been lured into position of power because of lies. People go and lie about other people. So are these leaders that we have to have now, are they leaders of integrity, or they are just leaders that were misled? So that's the question. That is the question we pose. So please remember, when you like what we are doing, you must tag a friend. Please put a comment in terms of the topics that you want us to discuss going forward. Share your thoughts about the discussion that we are having here, and then comment on the comment sections there. And then what we want to do is we want to lead as well in this platform. We want to lead. We want to have leaders. We want to be leaders that can produce some odd 200,000 members that will have financial freedom, that will have the time of their lifetime spent with their family while they are doing what they love. We must get value out of what we are doing. So we thank you very much. And then let us please remember to call for government during this hard time of COVID-19, during this hard time where we are having a lot of infections that are going around because we have not yet, as South Africa, reached our peak point. The statistics in terms of the health or will be reaching our peak in the middle of August towards the middle of September. So let us still abide by the safety measures, which is that one of staying at home, making sure that when we stay at home, we exercise social distancing, which is 1.5 to 2 meters that we must exercise as well. And we must always wash our hands with water and soap for at least 20 seconds, or an alcohol-based sanitizer. We must always make sure that when we cough into our elbow or a tissue. And then when we have a sore throat, or we have a headache or a cough, we must always make sure that we call the medical profession, and then we must call them before we go and see them as well. Let us always listen to good news, not fake news, because fake news are going to mislead us. So let us abide by the government's regulation. What kind of youth are you? What kind of youth are you? Are you a youth that is going to be misled? Are you a youth that is going to be a follower or a leader? You must be a leader, because once you are a leader, and with that information that you have seek from the right sources, you can be able to make a determination in terms of your situation. Where do I want to be? What of truth? For me, I owe my being to the Freedom Government. I owe my being to the African National Congress. Without the government of the African National Congress, I would not have been where I am. I was awarded a bursary in 1999 in KwaZulu-Natal to become a mechanical engineer. And I'm the product of the Freedom Government, which is the African National Government product. I'm today calling myself a water specialist. I'm today calling myself a reliability specialist. I'm today calling myself a keynote speaker. I'm today calling myself an engineer. I'm today calling myself a podcaster. I'm today calling myself an entrepreneur, because I owe my being to the African National Congress. Yes, our Facebook Live is not, we do not discuss any political things, but I owe my being to the African National Congress. Because without their government in KwaZulu-Natal, especially to Mgeni Water, I would not have been awarded a bursary to go and study mechanical engineering at the university of my choice. So I owe my being to the African National Congress. So I will forever be grateful for the African National Congress have done. I will ever their fight for a fair education during 1976 it is what has led to me being awarded a bursary. And I'm proud of it, because I'm very grateful. So you must be truthful to the core. You must not have stories. So it is up to you to respect that you are the product of the African National Congress. I would continue as well to what the Minister of Higher Education, the Honorable Dr. Blade in South Africa. So we want to congratulate that. Yes, as a professional engineer, and I owe my being to the African National Congress. So I said today, you're not going to be that long. Just going to say, are you a true leader? to the core? Are you telling the truth? Are you telling? Because the truth at the end will set you free. Those leaders were there. They were leaders of integrity. If you look at our freedom leaders, our liberation leaders in South Africa, in Zimbabwe, all over Africa, those guys were true to the core. They were fighting the fight in order for us to reap the fruits of freedom. And then we are reaping the fruits of freedom today. So let us continue doing that. Thank you very much for listening to our episode of Facebook Live today. Thank you for being with us today. And thank you very much, comrades. Let us support and enjoy our Youth Day today. And then leaders that are becoming, you, the youth that are coming into the fore, you must be truthful to the core. If you are not truthful to the core, you will not run a long race. You can only run a long race if you are truthful to the core. The truth shall set you free. With that being said, God bless you and have a wonderful Youth Day. Let us commemorate the youth of 1976. Let us commemorate the Solomon Kalusha. Let us celebrate the Peter Mokaba. Let us celebrate the Malusi Kigaba. Let us celebrate the Fikile Mbalula. Let us celebrate the Julius Malema, who is now 10th. Let us celebrate all the youth leaders. Let us celebrate the vacuum that is in the youth league, because the ANC has seen that the youth that is there is not truthful to the core. So we must be truthful to the core. Thank you very much, and God bless.